Good morning, everybody, and this is your SP 500 setups for today. So still consolidating, still very much stuck between these two main levels, and that wasn't the right tool to use. Let's get the right tool. So that's the bottom of the range, and that is the top of the range. So until we break this range, it is sideways. Oscillators are not offering any assistance on the 8 hour at the moment. They are flat and in the middle between the 80 and the 20, and that is just an indication that we are ranging. So I'm going to just start drilling down through the time frames. We did get some data out yesterday which was relatively positive. If you look at the 3 hour, we sort of hovered down here, data came out and 3 strong bars to the upside, but hit the top of the range and then went sideways. So today's non-farm payrolls and quite a bit more data. So I reckon one or two things are going to happen. If the data is positive, we may just get the breakout. If the data is just as expected, we probably just drift higher or drift lower, but we're not really going to break any records to the upside or the downside. If the data is way worse than what we're expecting, you could see us come and test the bottom of the range again. So we need to break this range. Until that happens, there is no real trade, and you can see above and below the moving averages continually now for 2 weeks. So don't forget to hit that like button. It does help us grow the channel. And when we drop down to the hour, you can see no real structure, just kind of the bottom of the range, and there's quite a few different levels at the bottom of the range. That's one. There's another one there, and then there's one over there. So if you look back to where price was, that's exactly where we bounced off. Oscillators grouped nicely to the downside, all consolidated and back above the moving averages. So the level that we are still paying attention to for any form of a pullback and to build a base off is still 45.72. So that is the midline of, or almost the midline of the range, and you can see how we have flirted with this area so many times this week and not really built a base on it. So that's what I would expect. Pull back onto this, positive data, and then rocket to the upside. But non-farm payrolls is a big event, so I typically don't like being in the market during non-farm payrolls. It often hurts. So we do have gaps to the downside here as well, so that's also what just leads me to believe we probably got another swing low to come and test the bottom of the range again. But I'm not going to trade that. So for me, really just going to sit back and wait to see what transpires. We may get something here, but I think it's going to be worthwhile trading the DAX rather than trying to trade the US markets. Not until non-farm payrolls is out. Once that's out, then we can have a look at it. If we do get a big break through this range top here at 45.93, then I want to see us come back and test it and then start turning. That would be my buying opportunity. The other one would be if we're sideways and we come down here and it's more of like a subdued event and a calm and collective bit of data coming out, then I would be looking at this 45.72 for a move to the upside. Shorts, not in my mind at the moment, not until we clear the bottom of the range and come back and reject this area. That's the only time I'll start looking for shorts. Okay, anyway, it's sit on hands for me until one of those 3 events happens, and I don't think it's going to happen today, to be honest. We'll see what happens. Anyway, that's it for me. We'll catch up with you next week. Cheers for now.